Back to the off cycle. This is part 2 of removing the fuel tank out of this 22-foot Pursuit. So let's flip around and I'll show you what I've got. So cutting the deck yesterday, finding out this bulkhead up here was all rotted out. The one in the back I know was already know is pretty much rotted out, especially at the top. But I have gotten all the foam out. Ended up using my pressure washer with this little this tip that like kind of goes in circles, which you would use on your driveway or whatever. That worked the best. I tried the jet nozzle, which would cut the foam, but it basically it would just cut the foam into like grass almost. It would still be all connected at the base, and it just didn't tear it out. That circular nozzle that spins, it just really chunked that, cleared the foam out really well. The problem I ran into was this thing filling with water. So once this filled with water from the pressure washer, then the pressure washer wasn't really doing much because it was just hitting water. It was taking away all its power. So what I ended up having to do, since this bulkhead behind this tank is rotted anyway, I ended up going up underneath there. I tried to cut out a whole section and just chip out the foam, but laying in this small area upside down, it's really difficult to work with. So I got the skin off. You can see where it's rotted. Got the skin off, but everything else pretty much was not going to come out. It was not worth the work. So I ended up drilling holes along kind of the bottom edge, and then I got a section over there cleared out on that vertical cut. You can see right through to the gas tank chamber, and that allows the water to drain out. So once the fuel tank area fills from the pressure washer, I was just letting it drain out, and then I'd continue going. It works much better with everything dry. So as you can see, I've got all this foam you'll see in here. That's all loose. That's just the really fine stuff that, as the water drained out, it was left in there. But when you're actually pressure washing, you can see all the way to the bottom of the hull. You can see clean glass. So it's cleared out pretty much on both sides. It's cleared all the way to the bottom, and in the front it's also cleared all the way out. You can see the bottom in the front here because it's kind of easier to clear the foam out. I've shop vac a lot of it out, but obviously the shop vac keeps grabbing larger chunks, and that's a real pain in the butt. But all three sides of that are cleared out, and I cannot get this tank to budge. So what's probably going to have to happen is I'm going to have to take it somewhere. The boat shop I talked about doing the transom and stuff, I'm probably going to have to take it to them and have them use their forklift to pry this tank out. I would like to take the sending unit out and just put a cross member in there and pull it up from the rear, but obviously the rear of the tank is tucked underneath the deck, so I'm not going to. Maybe we'll be able to break it free that way and not have to pull on the neck, the filler neck. But I have been pulling on the filler neck, and with all my might. I've even tried to use a little bit of a pry bar kind of thing over here on this stringer right here, and I'm really getting nowhere. So I don't know what it's in. I can't imagine it's just foam down there, but it could be. But with all the foam off the sides being tore out, I don't imagine it's going to take much more pressure than I can exert as a human being to pop that tank out of there. So we will see. I did find back over here a screw up against the tank that was foamed in, stainless screw. I can't really inspect. I highly doubt that's what caused the leak in the tank, but we will see. So port side about mid of the tank. If the hole's there, it could have been from that screw, but I think the hole is lower and it's going to be up here towards the front. But I'll give you guys an update once I get this tank pulled, and maybe try to get some video of getting it pulled if I don't get it out myself. I think I'm pretty much done trying. My back's had it, and there's no sense in hurting myself trying to get the tank out. If I can just go have somebody use a forklift or a hoist or something to pop it out of there. All right, before I gave up, so I don't have to trailer this boat and hassle with all that, I came one more idea is to just put these double 2x4s across, and I come along on a 2-to-1, and sure enough, it broke loose slowly but surely. It's heard the foam underneath giving way, so the tank is broke free now. So now it's just a matter of winching it up and getting the rest of the way out of here. But I don't know if I'll do that today or save that for tomorrow. I'm trying to clear all the hoses and wiring right now for it to come all the way out. It's coming. Here it goes. I've got the tank really free now. Pretty much the whole bottom of it's off the floor, so I know all the foam is broken up. Just went ahead, pulled the sending unit. Had to cut the fill hose and everything because there's not much room. That vent hose is kind of pinched, but it's rubber. It's not reinforced, so I'm not worried about that. Really, and the other crappy thing is I've got this blue with black stripe wire and a ground running right across the tank. This one's coming off of it. That's for the live well behind the captain's bench, and I don't know what this is to. I'm trying to think and see. It goes directly under the deck towards the to the port side, and I'm really trying to think of what it might go to. It's not speaker wire. There's speakers in here. I already cut this crappy speaker wires. I don't know what would have been running to this side of the boat, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that, and I'll have to splice it back together if need be. I'm sure once I get everything cut, I'll be able to determine what it's for, but like everything down here in the bilge is coming from the starboard side, which makes sense because it's kind of run up the starboard side. But I've got this one jumping across. Not really sure. I mean, it's not just a ground. It's a set of wires, so it's powering something. I just don't really know what it might be powering. Inside here is a water fuel separator and the ball, the pump ball for the engine. And there's nothing really electronic in there. And I'm not seeing any matches down here so far as color, so I'm gonna have to just go ahead and cut that, and that's the last thing really I need to get rid of before I can stand this tank up and winch it all the way out of here. Tank is a bunch of foam underneath it. It's even pulling, it's not even fully separated from the back. You can see it's pulling that big thick layer of foam up with it. I gotta try to chip that off so I can slide the tank forward and then pick it up vertically so I can get the hell out of here.